and welcome back to Still Becoming, a podcast for honest conversations about growth, identity, faith, and the unfolding process of becoming more ourselves. I'm Jazzy, and I'm usually here with my co-host, Drew, but unfortunately, Drew cannot join us for this episode. Today's conversation is about joy, resilience, advocacy, and living life fully. I have the pleasure of sitting down today with our special guest, Ceslie Martinico, also known as Cess. Cess is an advocate, blogger, and storyteller who shares her life and experiences to help others better understand disability and the importance of inclusion. Chefs shares her life online as at role model princess, where she talks about advocacy, friendship, faith, and the things that bring her joy, including her love for Disney and Disney princesses. Sex lives with the most severe type of spinal muscular atrophy, and she is passionate about teaching others that disability does not define a person and that life can still be lived to the fullest. Sex communicates using a device called a Toby Dynavox, which allows her to type and speak her thoughts. Because it can take several minutes to type her responses, Sex thoughtfully pre-programmed her answers to our questions in advance so she can share her story with us today. Seth, we are so grateful you're here with us today. Thank you for joining the Still Becoming community. So we're going to get right to it. And my first question to you is, what are some things you would like people to know about you beyond your disability?
I would like for people to know that beyond my disability, I am friendly, compassionate, kind, loving, and a social butterfly.
I love that so much. And yes, you are very kind, very compassionate, and you are definitely a social butterfly. That's why you're one of my really good friends now. And yeah, that's great. That people know who you are beyond your disability. So you mentioned that you love Disney, especially Disney princesses. What do you love most about Disney?
What I love most about Disney is that it's magical, makes me feel happy, and very disability friendly. I'll also add that my favorite Disney princess is Belle from Beauty and the Beast because I love to read books. My dream destination is Paris, and I always see the good in people rather than the bad.
Yes, I have to agree. Disney is so magical. And it is somewhere you can just feel happy and free and you can be a kid of them. And yes, they can for sure your favorite princesses. I really love them. I really love Princess Belle and she's a really cool princess. I remember Belle for one Halloween when I was much younger. And I was a really hard costume to wear. The dress was really thin and thick, but yeah, I was well probably 1 year. I felt less offensive. And I love how you always choose to see the good. That is a beautiful thing. Okay, so you also said that you enjoy meeting new people and making friends. Why is connection and community important to you?
Connection and community is important to me because, like I said before, I'm a social butterfly and I love getting to know more about people.
Yeah, that makes sense. You are a social butterfly, and I mean, community connection is important for everyone, right? But especially for us, we need community connection because we can be very easily isolated. All right. So, can you share about your disability and what living with spinal muscular atrophy has been like for you?
Spinal muscular atrophy is a neuromuscular disability, and there are four different types of spinal muscular atrophy, but I have the most severe type, which is type 1. I was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy when I was 6 months old through a muscle biopsy, and the doctors told my parents that I wouldn't live to see past my first birthday. But with our amazing faith in God, I'm now 30 years old, about to turn 31 in June, and living my life to the fullest. Living with spinal muscular atrophy has been really hard at times, but I also see it as a blessing because I think I wouldn't be who I truly am today without living with my disability. Me and my parents don't let my disability stop me from doing anything.
Yes, girlfriend. I love that so much. I'm also 30, and my parents were told that I wouldn't make it past the age of 5. But here I am. I also have spinal atrophy, for those who don't know already. So yeah, I can really relate to such journey, and I, um, I love how your parents, like, I see your pictures on social media, and you're always doing something, so yes, I can definitely see, like, your parents, your disability get in the way of anything. I absolutely love that in you. So, what are some things you feel like people may not understand about living with SMA?
Some things that people may not understand about living with SNAR, our brains are not affected by it. You have to have 24/7 care. You can be a busybody. You can do anything you set your mind to, and we still have feelings and desires.
Oh, yes. I love that. Especially I thought we should have feelings and desires. Yeah. A lot of people think we're not dateable. And that's what I know. Like, we are some of the most awesome, phenomenal people to date. And people really have to know us. And yeah, I am very much a busybody. As long as I have the proper support, with technology or physical support, I am all of it. So I definitely agree with that. You mentioned that you enjoy advocating for your disability. What made you want to become an advocate?
What made me want to become an advocate for people with disabilities is that I love sharing my story with others and how I live a very blessed life despite having the most severe type of SNP.
Beautiful. Very beautiful answer. Yeah. And you haven't answered this already, but why sharing your story important to you?
Sharing my story is important to me because I want people to know that you can still live an amazing life despite having a disability and that people with disabilities deserve to be treated just like any other able-bodied person.
I like that response. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But just like everyone else, and I think it's important to highlight disabled voices so the world can see that, hey, we deserve to have the same rights and you, or, just because we might operate differently doesn't make us different. Like, we still deserve love, respect, acknowledgement, everything. So yeah, I love that. And what do you hope people learn when they hear your story?
I want listeners to remember that my disability doesn't make me any less normal of a person, and that God's plan for us is far greater than what others have slash say about us.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Okay, so you have a very strong faith in God. I love it so much. How has your faith shaped your life?
My faith has shaped my life by knowing that God has a bigger purpose and plan for me and that He unconditionally loves me just the way I am. When I first got diagnosed, my parents said a prayer over me every day while I was in the hospital, and I wholeheartedly believed that God knew that I was meant to live past what the doctors had told my parents.
That is so touching. I love that your kids will praise over you every day. And I agree that kind of discipline compared to what those doctors said. And now look at you. And like you said, God had a clear person for you. And as long as you still have a job here on earth to do, you're suffering alone for now. All right. So here's the famous final question that we ask everyone on the podcast. Who are you becoming right now?
I'm becoming someone who wants to be an advocate for others and wants to show the world that I am still a regular person despite having my disability.
Well, you're doing just that, girl. And you continue to kiss ass. Alright. Well, we're done for the questions. So, Steph, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. Your advocacy, joy, and faith are powerful reminders that disability does not define a person and that everyone deserves to live a full and meaningful life. And to everyone listening, if today's conversation resonated with you, we would love to hear from you. Share this episode with someone who might benefit from hearing Steph's story. Tag us on social media and let us know what part of the conversation stood out most to you. If you'd like to support the Still Becoming podcast, you can do so through our Buy Me a Coffee page. Your support helps us cover the behind the scenes costs of creating the show, including editing, production, and accessibility efforts, such as transcripts, so we can continue sharing honest conversations and uplifting powerful stories from our community. You can find a link to our body of property in the episode description. Thank you for being part of the community. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And thank you for growing with us. Until next time, be gentle with yourself and enjoy the process of becoming.